Mike Wilson once said, "The best bridge between hope and despair is a good night's rest." Sleep plays a vital role in our lives. Every single person here has slept at least once. It impacts our health, our overall well-being, and our productivity. But many people believe that we are able to function just as well on 2 to 3 hours of sleep as we would, say, 8 or 9. But that's simply not the case. This evening, I'd like to talk to you guys about not only the science of sleep, but the benefits of having a good night's rest and the consequences of not. So what is the science behind sleep? Well, sleep is classified into 4 stages. The first 3 are considered NREM stages, which are non-rapid eye movement stages. In stage 1, our body is in a very relaxed state. This is when our breathing begins to decelerate and we're preparing for a deep night's rest. Moving on to stage 2, we follow a similar trend as we did in stage 1, where our breathing is slowing down, but also we have a decreased heart rate and a slightly increased temperature. Now in stage 3, the final stage of non-rapid eye movement stages, we begin to see some eye movement. In this stage, we also have hormonal release. Now there are 2 primary hormones that are released when we sleep, and that's melatonin and growth hormone. Melatonin is released to regulate our sleeping pattern, which helps keep us in a natural state of sleep. The growth hormone, which is released from the pituitary gland, allows for us to, on the nose, grow, but also allows for us to heal in our state of sleep. So what are the actual benefits to having a good night's sleep? Well, as if the healing factors of sleep weren't enough, it also reduces the chances of us contracting chronic diseases. In addition to that, a study by health.gov found that it not only reduces chronic diseases, but the likelihood of us getting any kind of sickness altogether. So the chances of us contracting a common cold or flu are dramatically increased for people who were to say get about 8 to 9 hours of sleep on average than those who are more so erratic with their sleeping schedule. In addition, they've also found that our focus and concentration is significantly increased, as well as our stress and anxiety. Our stress and anxiety is a very major factor in this situation, as if we have or tend to have a higher anxiety level, that can contribute to higher blood pressure, which can make us feel make things feel very difficult in terms of completing the task at hand, as well as make us feel overwhelmed altogether. Now, in terms of the consequences, people who struggle from insomnia will be the first to tell you that productivity certainly does not increase when you're lacking sleep. In fact, when you try to do more when you're sleep deprived, you actually get quite the opposite effect. Our ability to make decisions, as well as our problem-solving abilities, are significantly impacted by how well we sleep. People who struggle from insomnia are not able to complete tasks quite as well as those who do not. In addition to this, those who struggle from insomnia have also found that their overall healthcare cost is markedly higher. In fact, 85% have found that it is markedly higher than those who do not. Now, one of the biggest factors that sleep has an impact on is our mood. Now, many people will say that they're just grouchy because they haven't had a good night's rest, and while some may think that's an excuse, it's really not. When we don't have a good night's rest, we tend to become more socially apprehensive and more agitated in an easier manner. Whereas those who are able to keep, a consistent sleeping cycle don't. This also impacts our relationships, both platonic and romantic, since we're not able to be as aware of our surroundings or aware of how we react with the people that we're around. So to reiterate the subject at hand here, regardless of what anyone will tell you, sleep does impact us in both a mental and physical manner. Now, the best way to ensure that we have a great night's rest is to fall asleep at a consistent time every night and wake up at a consistent time every morning, and that helps regulate our circadian rhythm. And doctors can prescribe many different forms of treatment, such as melatonin or anything else, to help us both fall asleep and stay asleep, but overall, the best benefit is a good laugh and a great night's rest.